Matthew. Still waiting on that 8 a.m. update for the latest from the National Hurricane Center. It was downgraded to a Category 4 hurricane at the 5 a.m. update. I use that word very loosely. A Category 4 hurricane is still a very major hurricane. Winds at 150 miles per hour, moving west at 7 miles per hour. You see it here. This is an expansive storm just off the coast of South America. This is what I want to point out to you, though. From west to east, this storm is 500 miles wide. Look at this. So Matthew actually has hurricane force winds right now as of the last update that only extend about 45 miles from the center. So the center is right here, right under this line, but it has tropical storm force winds that extend over 200 miles from the center. So more than 200 miles from the center that you see here would be experiencing tropical storm force winds. And this is why, regardless of where the center tracks exactly, we really need to keep an eye on this forecast here in South Florida. Let's take a look at exactly what we're seeing right now. Still a Category 4 hurricane, as I said, waiting on that 8 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center. Going to begin to move toward Jamaica and Cuba still as a major hurricane, as a Category 3 hurricane that is going to interact with Cuba and weaken to a Category 2 hurricane as we head into the middle of next week, late Wednesday into Thursday. This marker that you see here is representing Thursday at 2 a.m. and you see it, the official forecast line keeping the center well off our coast, but the forecast cone really including almost all of our viewing area now, and that is why we're keeping a close eye on this. Anytime you get out past day 3, so into day 4 and day 5, you're starting to see a forecast that's going to continuously evolve, and that's what we're seeing. So that's why we want you to keep a close eye on this and go ahead and start talking about that hurricane plan for you and your family. Here locally this morning, we've got a ton of rain and even a few storms off the coast. Live Viper 5 Max, you see it here. We are getting rain from southern West Palm Beach down into Boca Raton. Mainly just rain showers is what I'm seeing right now. Heading through the rest of the morning, it's mainly West Palm Beach south that could see some rain out of that. We could see a few showers spreading up into Martin County. I'm not sure how much I'm buying that though. And then you can see here that is just going to taper off. Now, I think the model doesn't have a great handle on the late afternoon. I think after 5 o'clock, we could still have a few storms around. So just keep in mind, you'll probably want to keep the umbrella close by today. If you're doing some boating, you saw all of that rain off the coast. Probably not a great boating day off the coast. Inland, we are going to have a few passing storms this afternoon, just a light chop on the inland waters. Now let's talk about your 7-day forecast. So for today, we're headed for the upper 80s, on and off rain. Rain chances go down by Sunday. They go back up on Monday. We could have some stronger storms on Monday. And as we head through the rest of the week, Tuesday into Wednesday, we're really going to have a better idea of what exactly that forecast should be when we get a better idea of where Matthew will be and exactly the placement of that center. Nonetheless, heading into Wednesday and Thursday of next week, expect most likely gusty wind conditions and rainy conditions as well.